If you're trying to start an online business, then the tools you use will either give you freedom or completely burn you out. Over the years, I've used a lot of different tools to run my online business, but Kajabi by far has been the biggest game changer for me, hands down. In this 12 Days of Kajabi video series, I'm going to show you how you can simplify all of that into one single online platform. So in this first video, I'm going to give you a simple but big picture overview of what Kajabi actually does. And I'll show you how having everything in one single place can help you monetize what you know even quicker. So grab a cup of hot cocoa, get comfortable, and let's walk through this together.
Oh, Kajabi!
Welcome you guys to day one of my 12 Days of Kajabi video series, where I'm showing you how simple Kajabi makes building an online business and setting up the core pieces as we go. Each day we're going to focus on one simple piece of the puzzle, like your website, a course, some automations, maybe some payments. And I'll show you how fast and easy Kajabi makes it to put these things into place. And if you've been procrastinating or you're just feeling behind or you're saying, you know, I'll put it off until after the holidays, this is really your chance to get something in place before the end of the year so that come 2026, you're off and running. One quick thing before we jump in is that because this is the holidays, I am doing sort of a gift mess giveaway, and I'm going to be giving away some coaching and Kajabi related products to those who are following along and watching each video. And all you have to do to be entered to sign up is like each video, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and then comment the word that I give at the end of the video on each day. And if you really want to know whether Kajabi is the right fit for you or your company, then the best way obviously is to try it. And so I've got an exclusive 30-day free trial link below that you can take advantage of. All right, I'm super excited to help you get started, so let's dive in. So this is your Kajabi dashboard in all of its wonderful minimalistic glory, okay? Everything you need is literally right here at your fingertips. So your products, your sales, your website design, your pages, your marketing efforts. So all your automations, your payments, because you can even take all your payments in here, and all of your analytics and information are right at your fingertips, all in one screen, all on one dashboard. And that's the easiest way that I can think of to explain what Kajabi actually is, that it's an all-in-one online business platform or tool that helps you market, sell, and deliver what you know online. So your knowledge, your hobbies, your passions, anything that you want to package and sell. That's what Kajabi's here for. So starting off with the main dashboard where it says, welcome back, Michael. Obviously, I've got some information here blurred for privacy purposes, but I want to show you this dashboard right here for you. I don't have a lot on here, but it's actually customizable. So if you click on this customize metrics, you can see all the different metrics that you can look at. You can just kind of tick on and off the things that you want to see or what you don't want to see here. I think the only limit that I see right now is that this page is only limited to like a few options. You can't have like a huge dashboard, but you'll find that later in the analytics section, which I'll show you. All right, let me walk you through everything that Kajabi has to offer. We're going to start here on the products tab down the left-hand side. Everything is organized neatly down the left-hand side. As you can see here, let's start with courses. So courses is how Kajabi got started. It's what Kajabi is known for. It's what they're popular for. It's what they've been really good at for a long time. Now, I didn't have any courses yet, and I joined Kajabi because they came out with their better website page builder, and I realized how easy and simple it was. I was just coming off WordPress where I bought this theme, and I had built my website out. I had all these custom sections built and everything. Then they discontinued support for the website theme, and I had to find something new at the time. And at the time, I was using another software online to run all like my sales funnels and things. But I noticed that the Kajabi website page builder was so simple, and that's how I got into Kajabi. So, you know, you want to create a new course, you're just going to click on new course. I'm going to show you how easy this is. So they've got evergreen courses, right? So a course that you kind of set up, not that you set it and forget it, but you set it up, you sell it over and over and over again. It's going to be evergreen. Maybe you update the content every now and then. You can do video content, quizzes. They have a community integration, which I'm going to show you the community here in a minute. And what's great is that you can have conversations inside of the course that are also happening inside the community simultaneously, so that it basically makes the experience better for your student. There's downloads, certificates that you can offer. So you can also do a cohort style. So right here at your fingertips, you could choose either evergreen or cohort style. This is pretty much anything that you need, right? This is grouped learning. So more like scheduled live sessions, if that's how you prefer to teach, right? Calendar integrations, video content, certificates and quizzes as well, and of course the community integrations. So it just depends on what type of course you decide that you want to launch. And like I said, Kajabi's been known for courses, but now they offer so much more. It's literally everything that you need to run your online business. So for example, let's say you want to offer coaching. Let's jump in here and take a look a little bit at my coaching program. So you have your coaching kind of data dashboard here, which is going to give you kind of a brief overview of what's going on inside your coaching sessions, any upcoming coaching sessions, new enrolled clients. It'll give you over here some of the revenue that you've generated. I'm going to go into my programs and show you just kind of how this is set up. I've got a 1 hour strategy or Kajabi coaching call, but I also have here a 4 times 1 hour coaching call, as you can see here, where it's a package bundle where they get 4 calls. Let me click inside of it and I'll kind of show you the back end a little bit. You know, you can go in here, you can see all your active and past clients. You can see your package outline, kind of how it's set up. If we click into this, I'm going to show you right now, I've got 4 sessions, right? And I can add additional sessions, but right now this is my 4 coaching calls for Kajabi. So if you need help with your Kajabi, you can book these calls with me, and over 4 1-hour sessions, we cover everything that you need help with. I can even screen share and go in there and help you make changes or set things up a certain way, or they could just be calls where I'm answering questions or I'm showing you how to do things and you're doing it on your own. Let me show you what's really great about these calls. So let's go into one of my dummy clients here. And what's cool about this is literally it's a back-end dashboard, just like Zoom, but way better. You can go live anytime inside of here. All you have to do is come over here. You can click schedule session. You can do it. They can do it. It'll appear on your calendar. It'll appear on their calendar. And I even have it set up so that when people schedule sessions with me, first of all, they can look and they can see on my calendar, and I just do that through either Apple or Gmail, they can see on my calendar when I'm actually available for these calls, and they can schedule those calls in those times when I'm taking coaching calls. It'll actually block out on my calendar and remove those time slots so that they're not available for other clients to book. So it's pretty cool. Once you get it all set up, it's all automated. So if you click on schedule session, they can pick a day and a time that works for them where I have an open slot that they can actually book a coaching call. You've got notes here. So if I click on notes, we got shared notes. So anything that I enter here and that this person, my client, enters here, we can both see whatever we're typing out right here, so we can kind of collaborate. Then I also have my notes that are private here, so I can take notes on maybe kind of more of what this client needs specifically from me, maybe something that I promised that I would get this person, like a resource or something. Speaking of resources, right here under resources, you can upload like different resources, audio files, PDFs, things like that. So if there's anything that you either promised them in that moment, you could upload it right then and there to give to them. And this is actually really cool because as soon as you are done talking to your client, when you hit end session, it'll automatically upload the recording. So it's recording the whole time for you, and it'll automatically upload that recording into both your account and into your client's account. You can add another session here. I used to have to set it up using a ghost offer, and in the last few months, they've made a change to this that I forgot to mention, that now if you click add session, instead of just doing a free session, what I would do is add a free session before and then create what was called a ghost offer, where I would basically just send them a link to go pay for the session before I added it. Now you can actually attach the offer here to a paid session. So you go in and you create one of your offers, right? And then you attach it here. So on their end, what they'll see is a thing that they have to pay. They'll click on it and pay for that extra session or the extra 4 sessions or whatever it is. So they've actually streamlined this even in the last few months. So you don't have to, there's a video on my YouTube channel where I talk about making ghost offers, and now you don't have to do that. It's built right in here. So they've even simplified it even more. So you can see how simple Kajabi's made this, whether you're doing group coaching or you're doing one-on-one coaching. I definitely recommend creating packages over single one-off calls, but sometimes that's all somebody needs. And what I do is I offer an emergency service. So like if you just need some quick help, you get stuck on your Kajabi, you got to launch the next day, you need some help setting up some automations or emails, anything, they can book an hour call with me and I can jump on and actually help them set it up for them instead of taking the time to walk them through. I can just get it set up. So I do offer emergency services as well. Now let's go ahead and come over here and talk about the communities real quick. I am in love with communities. Communities are amazing. I'm not in my community all the time right now because my community is still growing, but people do have access to me. They can ask questions. I am notified when people want to communicate in there, and I'm trying to get better at showing up for my community. And really, could I have gone without a community? Yeah, I probably could have gone without a community because inside the courses, you can comment, you can have discussions in there. I can even go live video inside of my courses. So not even a coaching call. I can actually schedule a live session inside my course, and Kajabi will actually, every time you end the session, it'll add it to a module and separate each live recording as a different lesson. So for example, if you just wanted to launch a course first and not even a coaching program, you could actually launch your course first and just use that kind of as your coaching platform, where you're coaching, like doing group coaching live sessions in there, and people will get those recordings and it lives inside of that course. It's really cool. And the reason why I bring that up is because the community also allows you to do that as well. It allows you a lot of features, which I'm just going to briefly show you some of the features real quick now. But you basically have to choose kind of, how do you want your business to be set up? What's your business model? And then of course, it depends on the package tier that you're paying for with Kajabi, because you only get access to a certain amount of products. So same thing as all the other pages. This is kind of your community dashboard, where if you have a community, you get a quick glance at what's going on in your community. So all of your active users, your access groups, anybody that have joined the challenges, I've blurred all this out so that's a little private for my community members, obviously. Let's go ahead and go into my community. I've actually designed my community. It's a little darker. It's a little bit like you can customize your community till your heart's content, all sorts of different colors and designs. This is my aspiring entrepreneur community, which is not just for Kajabi users. This is for aspiring entrepreneurs, people who are trying to grow online businesses and basically selling their knowledge and using Kajabi as the tool to do that. And so I support all types of entrepreneurs in here. The cool thing about this is that you can actually have multiple, what they call access groups, where each access group can either be free or an access group can be paid. It's cool because you can lock down these access groups. You can keep them private. You can make them public. And like I said, these access groups are what you can also integrate in with your courses as well. So for example, over here on the left-hand side, you can see this is an access group for Master Kajabi, which is my upcoming course/membership. It's an ongoing membership for Kajabi users, for advanced trainings, teachings, basically really getting to know Kajabi inside and out and becoming an expert at Kajabi. And that's the group that the access group that I have set up. That's a private paid access group that they get when they pay for Master Kajabi. Down here, right below it, is the general access. This is my free community sign up, where anybody can sign up here. You guys can go there and sign up. There'll be a link in the description below, but you can come here and kind of hobnob with the rest of us. And I can create under those access groups. That just is how you get access to the community. I can create all these other discussion groups as well. And so for example, we have one here, Everything Kajabi, where I can do Kajabi trainings. Every now and then I can go live and it'll send out, I can select when I go live, okay, go to the whole community, or I can do a live specifically for a certain either access group or discussion type group, right? And then for example, Kajabi Launchpad right here, this is my Kajabi Launchpad discussion group for the Kajabi Launchpad Accelerator course that I have. Again, evergreen course that is attached to this community, and that's where you'd see that. So next product down on the left-hand side is podcasts. So you can actually host your podcast here within Kajabi. And so you can migrate over an existing podcast. You can create a new podcast. And then once you get it all set up, when you upload new episodes, you do it in Kajabi and it will disperse to all the major platforms without you having to do anything else. Obviously, newsletters they've come out with recently, and this is great. You can have a paid or free newsletter. You can either have like a paid break, or you can have like a subscription break. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, so these newsletters will publish and display your posts on a newsletter page if you decide to do that, right? And so any viewers, anybody coming to your website, anybody who's maybe not a member, not a student, not a client, somebody that's just kind of miscellaneous traffic coming to your website can stumble upon these, and they can start reading all your best content, but they can't get access to the rest of it. You can put that page break wherever you want, and it can be either a subscription-based break, like where they need to subscribe to finish reading the post, or it can be a paid break where they've got to pay for the newsletter in order to get access to the rest of the post. All right, continuing down the left-hand side, let's close the products tab and open the sales tab. So Kajabi lets you take payments directly in the platform, which is great because that's another app or software or other tool that you don't need. You don't need a Stripe account. You don't need a PayPal account. You can take payments directly in here, and they offer, like, you can use Apple Pay, and they can use Google Pay, or they can pay with a credit card. And Kajabi doesn't take any more fees than any of these other companies. As you can see here under the sales, we're not going to go too much into this, but you've got your payments. This will show any payments that are either pending that people have paid you for your products. Have your offers. This is where you create out, all your offers. And the great thing about offers in Kajabi is that you can have multiple offers for a single product. So you can have different price points. Think of, again, the product is like the thing you're selling, right? And the offers are all the different price tags, and you can basically do unlimited offers. And you can, in the offers, you can mix and match your products to create all these different bundles. And that's really how you create memberships here in Kajabi. So for example, when I launched my Master Kajabi course, I've already got it set up so that one payment or monthly payments or a yearly payment, whatever they decide, or whatever offer I decide to put out there, under that bundle will be the community, any PDFs, any extras that I decide to give away with that, plus the main course, the main membership, and I can bundle it, and then I can mix match pricing and try different pricing and things like that. So this will show any of like your payouts, things that are pending from Kajabi that are going to head to your bank account. Obviously you got your cart here. This is from when Kajabi released the shopping cart. Now you can create an entire store on your website featuring like digital products, downloads, courses, coaching products. Here's some invoices. So if you're working directly with clients, you can now send and receive payment for invoices directly inside of Kajabi as well. Here's where you would set up like coupons and stuff, discount codes for any of your products, services. You can create as many coupon codes as you'd like for 50, 70% off. You can do it based on percentage, or you can do it based on like, $25 off. Kajabi also is known for having one of the simplest but robust page builders on the market today. But as you can see, broken down on the left, we've got the website pages, landing pages, then you have your header navigation, like your menu items, and then of course your blog. And so Kajabi does it all. Literally, you can build out your entire website here. You can build out your store, you can build out your funnels, build your products. Everything is integrated, linked together. And it all uses the same page builder too. So you only have to learn one page builder, which is great, especially if you have multiple clients. You can actually create, design products and websites for clients and send it over to them when you're done, or you can give them access to it. You can get access to their Kajabi accounts or their Kajabi sites if you get them signed up on Kajabi as well through your backend, so you don't have to worry about logging into theirs and having passwords and login information floating around. You do it all right there in your backend and then just share the changes with them. So when I do my Kajabi done for you services for people, that's what I use, and I'm able to make those changes on their site. I do have people that pay me monthly retainers that I go in and make changes for them on a monthly basis, or whatever they need set up, or if they run into a hiccup or something like that, I can just quickly log in on my account and make those changes and save to their account. They've released A/B split testing for funnel and also landing pages, which is fantastic because I've been able to A/B split test a lot of pages. And if you don't know what that is, it's where it sends about 50% of the traffic that comes to those pages two different landing pages. So if it's the same landing page and you're changing some text, or you're changing some imagery, or you're changing the placement of something, it'll split test it for a certain amount of days. I think it's like 14 days. And after the 14 days, it'll take the data that it's collected, and you can just select use that version, and it'll make that version of the page that performed the best live. So that'll be your landing page. So if you want to test sales pages for your courses, that's always a great feature. So these right here are all your system pages. This is going to be all the main pages on your site, like your blog posts, your home page. All the templates for all these pages are housed here. I'm just going to go ahead really quick and I'll show you my homepage real fast and show you how the page editor works and how simple it is. So this is Kajabi's page builder. It's extremely, extremely simple. Up here at the top, you've got quick access to all the different pages that again are under that system pages section that I just showed you. Now you can see what your website's going to look on all devices. So let's say we go to iPhone here, and they have a few selections for you. Like I have the 13 Pro Max right now, but I can see what it's going to look like on my 14 Pro Max. So if I click on this, see, it's going to resize the window, so I can see what it's going to look like on that device. I can also see what it's going to look like on a Google Pixel 7. So they've even a Samsung Galaxy S23. So they've basically broken it down so you can see what it's going to look like on every single device possible. It's not every device, but you know what I mean. It gives you so that you can see what it's going to look like. So we're going to go back to the desktop here. This is kind of the website canvas page. As you move around, you can see everything's kind of highlighting white and blue. These are your different sections, your different blocks. We're not really going to go into that as much, but basically your section is kind of this, see how it highlights blue here? This is like your overall block on that page. And then this text is a section within that block. I've got lots of videos here on my YouTube channel, and we're going to be covering the website page builder coming up in the 12 Days of Kajabi series as well. Sections, blocks, they're all lined up here so you can see all the different sections and blocks. You can also see that I have a lot of sections here that are hidden because you can hide and show blocks as you see fit. So let's say this top one right here, which is the build your life header. If I wanted to, I can hide this right? And then click save, and then I can always come back to it later when I want it, which is pretty cool. They've also created the ability now to save your sections, which is what I was looking for when I first came over to Kajabi. They didn't have it, and now after a few years, they finally came out with it. So if I'm in here under the Build Your Life section, if I wanted to save this section and use it somewhere else on my website, click up here where it says save. I can name this section, and I can save this section that I can use on another website. So let's say, for example, I want to add in a section on this home page, one that I've already saved before. If I come down here where you say add section, I can click add section. And then if I scroll up and go under saved sections, it's going to pull up all the different saved sections that I have. So if I click here on Home Hero, we can actually see this is a Home Hero section that I have built out that I'm currently not using. So in order to speed up my page and to save it for later on use on other pages, I went ahead and saved it as Home Hero. And then now I can click add to page. So if I'm on any other website page, even though I got it from the home page, I can add it quickly to that page. Let's say I didn't want this header section here and I want to drag and drop it somewhere else. I can click on the left-hand side here and I can drag it into place. Let's say I want to place it below this other section here. There we go. And then I just click save. It's that easy to move things around. Let's say real quick, we want to change the color of this button right here. All I got to do is click on the button itself, come over here to the left-hand side. You can see where I have the colors here. Here's where I have a lot of preset colors. Let's say we want to change it to blue, and boom, there you go. This page builder is so simple to use. And what I love about it, it's the same page builder, whether you're building a funnel, a course, your website, your blog. It's integrated across the entire Kajabi experience. So you only have to learn one page builder. And once you've got it figured out, then you know it inside and out. Now, what I want to show you really quick is that if you're just starting from scratch, you don't have a website, you're currently working on one. If you come here, they do have, if you come down here to the bottom right-hand side, they do have browse templates. Okay, they've got a lot of templates that are legacy templates, newer templates. As you can see here, there's the Taylor theme, Prosper, Creative. Taylor's a really beautiful one. Let's click on this one. It'll kind of give you a display on the left-hand side what it actually looks like. Obviously, anything on here can be changed, from the imagery, the backgrounds, the colors, anything. The sky's the limit. You can customize it completely. But this gives you a great place to start. You can literally have a website up and running in 5 minutes. Right? They also have their store. If you click here at the top, it says take me there to the template store. They have templates for landing pages, funnels, your websites, products like courses and things. But this is a great place to get access to more robust themes than what even the Kajabi has to offer. But Kajabi offers some really great ones, and it's a great place to start if you don't have anything in place yet and you need to get up and running right away. So now really quickly, I want to show you my landing pages. So these are my landing pages, separate from the website system pages. So landing pages can have their own settings, their own fonts, their own header, their own colors, their own everything. If I build all of my sales pages, all of my landing pages, opt-in pages, extra podcast pages. So for example, if I want to come down here, Kajabi Code Playbook Vault, if I click on preview, it's going to take you to my Kajabi Code Playbook Vault sales page. So here's the sales page that I've built. Again, this is independent of my website, independent of my website pages, but you can create as many one-off landing pages as you need, right? So this is my Kajabi Code Playbook course. If I click on any of these buttons, like try the glow button, jump to pricing, or you want to learn how to put, vertical video into your Kajabi site natively, all you got to do is they click on one of the buttons. It takes them down to to a payment section. They click get instant access, and then it takes them over immediately to the checkout page. So even if you don't have time to build a landing page, you don't have time to build a sales page, you can just temporarily use a checkout page. When I actually first launched this course, I didn't have my sales page finished. So I just used the checkout page. When you create any offer in Kajabi, so any price point, remember we talked about price points, it will automatically create a checkout page that will accompany that offer, and then you go in and you customize that checkout page. But it's the fastest way to get up and running so you can start making money. And I launched this course before the sales page was actually even finished, because I just used the checkout page, and I made $500 within my first hour just from a basic page like this. It was really simple. But then, then I had a little bit more time, and I went ahead and I finished my really nice, checkout page. As you can see here, it's really nice. I'm actually using a lot of the glow effects, text effects, the effects here. These are not created in Canva, like here where it says real creators and it's glowing. You got the button glows, right? You mouse over, there's button glows. These are just really simple examples, but like here's an audio player, for example. These are things that are inside of the Kajabi Code playbook that you can get access to when you sign up for my course. And I just happen to be using it on my sales page as well. But when I had more time to build out this page, I upgraded to a much nicer page rather than just using, the checkout page. But having the checkout page is not a bad thing. It's a quick way to get started. It's actually what I recommend getting started. Instead of worrying about sales pages, just get your product launched, get it out there for people to get their hands on. One thing I want to show you real quick is that if you just click new landing page, they have a lot of landing page templates for you to get started with. And as you can see here, they're advertising, again, that marketplace where you can actually purchase more designs, more pre-built landing pages, but they have a ton in here. Check this out. So you can start from scratch, which is great. You can click here and use their lead generation page wizard, and it's actually pretty decent. It's not perfect, but it's pretty decent. So it's AI, right? So we're going to click on here, and then I'm going to set some basic, branding, colors, things like that. And then I'm basically going to give some information. Let me see if I just click continue here real quick. Yep, so I'm going to give a headline, I'm going to give some supporting copy, and then I'm going to click generate content for my page. It'll actually kind of outline and create kind of a skeleton template, I guess, of that page using AI, and it kind of gives you a place to start if you're not sure where to start. It's kind of a basic bare bones way to start, but they do have a bunch of templates down here, which is a lot easier. So let's say you want to build out a sales page, right? Well, here's 3 good sales page options right here. You can click on view all 14, and here you can see there's a whole variety of sales pages for you to choose from. And again, just a great place to start, and then you can customize anything. So our goal in online business is to use a platform like YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, right? To create content that drives traffic to our sites where they opt in for lead magnets or our courses, either paid, free, to get them into our email list, our communities, right? And building that email list is gold. Those are people who have opted in, that want to hear from you, that want to be taught by you, that want to be educated by you. And once they're on your email list, you need a robust platform that can handle all of your automations and your email marketing. And Kajabi does all that for you. And coming soon, they're going to be offering SMS or texting marketing as well. So on the marketing side of things, this is part of what makes Kajabi super powerful, because you have all your email campaigns. So all your email list, your campaigns, your email broadcasts for your entire email list is here. There's no more using other apps or softwares for that as well. You can build out all of your sales funnels, order bumps, you can do upsells, downsells. Everything is here that you need. And the great thing about this, let me show you under email campaigns, is if somebody signs up for one of your products or one of your freebies, you can create email campaigns that are automated. Let's click on new email campaign. So we can do email broadcasts, right? And we can split test those email broadcasts, which is like a game changer feature now, so that, 50-50 traffic coming in, right? And you can create email sequences so that when people take certain actions on your website, or sign up for a freebie, they sign up for a webinar, they watch a free training, then you can follow up with them automatically without having to actually be there. You set this up, you set it and forget it. Those email sequences are pre-built. They're there. And if you plan it out just right, you can actually have the email sequences do the selling for you. So if you get a customer or a client into one of your email lists, and then for the next week or two, you literally can be providing value, educating them, making them an offer, selling them one of your products, or talking them into an upgrade, right? And this can all happen automatically behind the scene. You can set it up so that when they opt in for another offer from your email, from that email sequence, then they're automatically removed from that email sequence and placed into another email sequence that you've already pre-written. The sky's the limit with your email marketing. This is an extremely robust email marketing platform. You used to have to go out and get a specific email marketing platform, and then you had to get a specific funnel platform, and then you had to get a specific website builder or something like WordPress, right? And then you had to go out and you had to get something for all the rest of your marketing needs and for your payment processors. Kajabi has everything all here in one. Let's say we want to send out a broadcast email. Maybe we have an announcement, we have a message, maybe a new YouTube video. We're going to click here on email broadcast, click continue. It's literally this simple. And they have all these templates here that you can choose from. So first of all, I have my custom saved templates, right? Kajabi's got a lot of beautiful templates. Let's click on slice, right? You can scroll down here and see what it looks like. Look how beautiful this is. Kind of a great place to get you started. And this is an email. Maybe you want to do travel photography. Here you go. Here's a beautiful template already made up for you, and you just got to go in and change everything. And they make, again, same type of page builder, right? I know these sound like a lot of basic features that most of these other, bigger email marketing specific companies already had, but now everything's built inside Kajabi. Those bigger platforms are now built inside of one tool that I use to run everything of my business. All right, that's the big picture of what Kajabi can do and how all of these pieces can come together in one place to help you start building a real online business without having to duct tape all these different apps and softwares and programs together. And again, I want to truly invite you to grab a free 30-day trial of Kajabi by using my link below. That not only gives you time to poke around and mess around with it, but also follow along with this series so that you can get something set up by the end of these 12 days. So I am doing giveaways throughout the 12 days of Kajabi. So to be entered for today, make sure you like the video, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, and make sure you comment the word start below. So in day 2 of our 12 days of Kajabi, I'm going to be showing you how easy it is to set up a course in Kajabi. Remember that your knowledge has value, so package it, sell it, and build that life that you've been wanting to build. And I'll see you tomorrow on day 2.
Ho, 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 Kajabi!